Right next to you.
All right.
You don't need this.
Hey, everybody, welcome. We are.
I don't need that? Oh.
It was a little hurry up and wait here to start. We do have a special guest today. This
we
is very
don't.
exciting.
No, we don't.
No?
You don't want to go on.
Oh, yeah, but in the background, I thought.
Yeah, okay.
All right, we might have a special guest. Not on camera.
There's somebody here in the audience,
Yes.
and it's the ubiquitous Mr. Brain. And by ubiquitous, I mean because every time we do this, we get a bunch of questions from him. So that's cool. We like that. Maybe he'll shout one out or something. But if he's Mr. Brain, why does he need to ask questions? Doesn't he have all the answers? Isn't that how that works?
I think so. Mr. Brain does have a lot of answers. And by the way, we can tell he has a lot of answers from the great questions that he asks. So if you ever read the comments and you see Mr. Brain, this is an educated person.
Mr. Brain is, in my opinion, if not one of the leading experts, I would say the leading expert in Ultimate X.
Wow.
And I keep trying to get him to do a manual for us or a book on Ultimate X because he knows so much about it, and he keeps nodding his head, but he doesn't do it. So,
if he decides to say anything, I think he's going to use a ubiquitous voice.
ubiquitous. Okay.
Ubiquitous.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it. A
All
lot
over
of
the
his
place.
voice. All right, are we on or what?
Do you need help with that?
Yeah, I do.
We
I
can't
do.
see anything.
Here we go.
How can we never get this right from the beginning? Why is that?
Are you on there?
No.
Look at this. We're gonna be double fisted here.
Vegas girl, hi. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Happy holidays to everybody. There we go.
Double fisted with my Ellis Island eggnog.
Cheers. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Did you want
Very
some?
good. I'll try a little bit. Yeah.
Give Andrew a little. Give
I'll
him
take a
give him
little
red
shot
cup.
of
Give him
it.
another red cup. We'll be
I
fine.
do like the taste of it.
This is too much. I can drink all that. Grief.
All right.
There we go.
You ready?
All right.
Cheers to the
Thanks
holiday
for,
season.
Thanks for Ellis Island for the eggnog.
New Year. Oh.
It's powerful stuff. This will get you before the beer will, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's delicious. I mean, it really is delicious.
Okay. For starts here.
All right, let's get into it.
Again, we like to do these Beer Fridays when people can but write in with questions, and we want to take really more questions from our audience than our own. We've got a few, but we'll make a few announcements here. Obviously, it's the holidays, so happy holidays to everybody. Christmas, Hanukkah, all of the things.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone always says Kwanzaa, so I'll say Kwanzaa.
All of it, whatever.
Yeah. Whatever you celebrate is cool with me.
It's the season.
Yeah. Our schedule through the holidays, we don't know exactly what we're going to do yet.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking it over. We had some people, we were going to have a guest. We were not going to have a guest. We're going to be busy with our end of the year stuff. So I'm not sure exactly what our schedule is going to be, but we might be back before the new year and we might not.
Mm-hmm.
Is that about right, Tanya? We're just not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
Okay. We're also discussing, I didn't even tell Andrew we were going to talk about this, but we're also discussing the format of what we do.
Oh, that's true.
For the new year. And I think whatever we do, I think we're going to keep this Beer Friday, even though we get far fewer views on Beer Fridays because they're live streams, but I just think it's different. I mean, it's something that we do that's different. I think we might do less news. I think, instead of the news, I think people want to hear about gambling, they want to hear about food and dining.
We're looking at the analytics and seeing, from the data, what people are interested in.
Yeah, and I mean, we do all kinds of news everywhere. We do it on the website, we do it in our newsletter. We don't really have to regurgitate it here unless it's something really big, giant that has happened. So we're seeing about that. Anybody who's got comments on that, let us know. We're also thinking about more guests, because we know so many people that are experts. Mr. Brain, just happens to be here. And we know lots of people. Yeah. We know lots of brains.
Also, we had a great time with Vegas Matt. We had a great time, with Matt Borey from the Jackpot Gents. We had a great time with Richard Munchkin, Steve Sear. So we want to have more people on the show.
And we've got some really good ones. We've got some really good guests. All we have to do is really schedule them. And they're friends of LVA, and they'll come in, and you'll get a whole different perspective. From both sides of the table. We got casino people as well.
Yeah.
So, all right, so that's another thing. All right, one more. I'm going to make one more comment before we start looking at things. We're going to be doing a deal with the Palms for a ticketed show. This in this new year in 2025, we're going to be looking to add a lot of show discounts and entertainment discounts to the member rewards program. And the Palms came to us, and they're doing a show with Yachtly Crew.
Yes.
Right? Yacht Rock. You know
Yeah.
what Yacht Rock is?
Sure, sure.
Steely Dan.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
that kind
it's
of
a good
business.
time.
Right. And this is December 28th and 29th. It's a $25 ticket. And they're going to give to LVA members, Diamond and Platinum, I'll explain that in a minute, 2 free tickets to the Yachtly Cruise shows, the 28th and 29th. Now, the problem is they just came to us with this, so we didn't have time to formulate the process.
Okay.
But check the website, or if you're interested, call in on Monday and say you're interested in the tickets because you're going to be in town on the 28th or 29th. It's, like I say, $25 ticket, 2 for free.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I mean, that's good. Palms is wanting to do things with us in 2025, and I think that's awesome because we dig the Palms.
We dig the Palms so much that I'm going to go play there after this.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, well, because they have, you know, the video poker at the Palms is so much fun. As long as I'm here at the office, it's right, you know, not far from the Palms. I'm also saying that if people want to come by and pick up a book that are staying at the Palms, you know, we're right here if you know or don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go play some video poker.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, for everybody who's been asking, yes, the Palms is back in 2025 with their 2-for-1 buffet. So that includes the lobster buffet. That's an $80 value right there. The member rewards book, we're going to talk a little bit about that here in a little while.
Yeah.
But it's going, we haven't gotten it finished yet. Everyone goes, you're finished, you know what it is. No, we don't. We're still waiting on, 15 or 20 offers that we're waiting to get the final okay on.
Well, and it doesn't
But it's
really
good.
behoove anyone to really talk about it until it's done. Until, you know.
Yeah, but people want to know because they want to buy it. And the All-Star coupon in there was, there are a few good ones, but the one everyone loves is that buffet twofer because everybody loves buffets and there's no buffets anymore hardly.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's a great deal, as good as theirs is.
Except, I've been really thinking about this Resorts World buffet, and I'm excited to try it. We talked about it on our last episode, and I want to get in there and get some footage of it.
Yeah, cool. So anything, I've got a starter here, unless you see one there that we should
Well,
talk.
there's a simple one that I saw a little bit earlier, and it was talking about from Sacramento looking for a book for someone who's looking to get into sports betting.
Oh, man. I keep saying this, man, every year, the book is going to be all about sports betting by Blair Rodman. But we're still not done with it.
Okay.
And we missed football season, so to be honest, we kind of put it on the back burner.
Okay.
But for now, the one that everybody does on sports betting to get started is Sharp Sports Betting by Stanford Wong. That was published by Wong and his company. We took it over. And I would say, Sharp Sports Betting is probably the best place to start. It's a little bit complicated, but not overly crazy complicated.
Okay.
And just, hold tight until we come out with All About Sports Betting and hopefully early-ish 2025.
Okay.
right.
Another quick one was any updates on the downtown Grand sale? Do we know anything about that?
Not a word. I don't think there's anything in progress. Somebody said there was. I haven't heard a darn thing about it.
Yeah.
We're working with, they've got new people there. I thought, they might not be working with us with member rewards. They are. They're back with almost everything they had before, including the waiver of the resort fee. So free resort fee for up to 5 nights.
Okay.
Same.
Well, that's a great one.
Yeah, and same at Rio. It's going to be coming back, and we're working some others there. So, since we're talking about that, all right, this is one I wanted to address. This was in the comments section. It says this comment is not about the episode. It's about the advertisement for LVA in the middle of your shows. It says one can save thousands with the LVA coupon book. I find this statement misleading and inaccurate.
Okay.
Misleading and inaccurate.
How do you feel about that, Anthony? I mean, you read the comment, you publish the book every year. What do you think?
Well, people want to impugn our integrity.
Okay.
And I mean, you know what? It does sound when we go say thousands. Now, you did that real quick on spur of the moment.
That's true. I did.
Yeah.
I said that, and I was just trying to record like a cool commercial to remind people to go to the description box.
But here's
get the book.
But here's the reality.
Yeah.
We quantify it every year.
Okay.
We do the calculations.
We've talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah. And the reality is that last year it came out to slightly over $2,000.
Right.
And that's because you've got 70 coupons in there.
And that's every coupon played, right?
Yeah, yeah, right. If you were, and we even say this, we go, nobody's going to play every one. But if everyone were to play, I mean, if someone were to play every coupon optimally to maximum value and to as much as, as high as they could play them, it would come out to, when you put it all together, it would come out to something like 2,175 or something like that.
Correct.
So when we say we'll save you thousands, it's not misleading and inaccurate. It's actually, by letter of it, it's true. But I do agree. That sounds like we're saying tens of thousands,
right,
and we're not saying that. This is a $50 product.
Yeah.
I mean, how much to be able to save a couple thousand is pretty good. But all right,
let's talk about we talked about the any idiot coupons also.
Well, that's what I was going to bring up.
Okay.
Because when you want to talk about just strict quantification, we always publish the value of the gambling coupons. And in 2024, our book, if you were to play every gambling coupon to its max value, was worth $749.
And that's just the gambling coupons?
Just the gambling coupons. Okay. And what we call the any idiot coupons, AI, which is not artificial intelligence for us, it's any idiot. The AI coupons, which are the match plays, the free slot match plays, bonuses, things like that. 200 without big risk. 210 in that alone.
Okay.
And free play was zero risk. We had $35 in free play.
Okay.
So, I don't think that we're either misleading or inaccurate. I think that we could probably do a better job of putting that. Plus, we're only talking about the 70 coupons in there. Now we've got X number of who knows how many the member online coupons and the things like we just brought up with the Yachtly crew that come in the middle of the year.
Sure, things come in.
Yeah, you add those things together and yeah, you could save thousands, but certainly multiple hundreds. So, all right, I just wanted to make that point.
Okay, I think that's actually pretty cool. So, again, thank you for the comments. Even though sometimes they might appear harsh, they're just things that, that we should talk about anyway, as a group.
Sometimes, it's sort of accusatory, like we're trying to bait somebody into this. Geez, man, we haven't raised the price on this in like 30 years or 20 some years.
Right.
It's a real good deal, and people want to try to find fault in it. If you don't like it, don't buy it.
Yeah. But, Barbara loves them. Thank you, Barbara. Thanks for loving the coupons, Barbara. Here's a good one. Gene Scott. People want to know how's Gene doing.
Gene's doing well.
Yeah.
I mean, her husband Brad died.
Right. Our audience seemed to really, have some nice heartfelt responses.
She was overwhelmed with the outpouring of people with their condolences.
Yeah.
And she told me how it really touched her, that so many people were, directly addressing that and reached out to her, and gave their condolences, and she felt really good. So y'all did good. Good on y'all on that one, for sure.
Okay. Someone wants.
Sweaters?
Oh yeah, we can do the
sweaters.
I was going to say someone wants to know how much video poker Anthony plays. How much video poker does Anthony play?
We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about the sweaters before we forget.
Cliffhanger. So
we had some members from Wisconsin come in.
Yeah, Frank K.
Frank K. from
Frank
Wisconsin.
K. Not Frank B.
I
Frank K.
These are ugly sweaters because it's a holiday.
Yeah.
I told him that we would probably wear them, but we chickened out. At least I did at the last minute. And I said, I'm not wearing it, but I'm going to hold it up.
Well, I will tell you, we're not extra large. The two of us were both probably small or mediums.
We could. What's that?
It's almost 70.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. That was the determining factor.
Well, the weather.
69 degrees outside today.
The weather's really beautiful in Vegas right now.
So we didn't need a sweater. But thank you for bringing that in. And I'm sorry we didn't quite stick to my word of wearing it, but
I'm wearing it.
But we should. You're wearing it.
I'm not wearing it in a traditional way. I'm wearing it like like a golfer or something.
Okay, so back to the other question: how much video poker do I play?
Yeah, how much video poker do you play?
I play some amount of video poker almost daily. And the reason for that is because I love to relax by playing the bar bonuses after work. So I usually play, or if there's a good one during lunch, when everybody takes a break, right? We take a break, go out to lunch, and I'll go around the corner and I'll play a bar special. These are very, very strong. I'm playing horrible, terrible 6-5 bonus poker schedules, but with the bonuses, they're all positive.
Yeah.
So this is something I enjoy doing, and at the end of the year, I'm typically up close to 20,000 doing it
Wow,
for having fun.
that's incredible.
Yeah. So I mean, it's when I try to tell people, play these coupons, play these bonuses.
Yeah.
When the bonus is over, stop. Don't keep playing
Let's
them.
talk about that for a second. It's hard to stop, right? I mean, you
No,
in the comments,
it's not
like
hard
you guys know.
It's not hard to stop for me.
Let's talk about that.
It's not hard for
Is
me
it
to
hard to talk to me with this sweater on?
It's an ugly sweater.
It's an ugly sweater.
On an ugly dude. No. No. Some of the girls might disagree with me on that one.
Getting uglier, guys. I
it's-
just turned 47.
Look, this is the whole thing about when you're playing as an advantage player in any way. We're talking the lowest level advantage play right now. You know, you lose 20, get 20. You know, that's positive EV.
Yeah.
You know, play 200, get 20. That's positive EV. I love playing positive EV, even if it's a small amount. Once that bonus has been earned, and I don't have the edge anymore, I don't care anymore.
Right,
I don't-
you're not interested in the game.
I'm
Your
not
brain
interested
turns off.
I'm not interested in the game at all.
Yeah.
I mean, not only do I not want to play, I want nothing to do with it.
And it's because you know the math.
Well, it's because, yeah, I know the math, but other people know the math and they don't heed that.
Right.
And I've always told, friends of mine, I go, look, you have to stop when it's over, whether you're ahead or behind.
Yeah.
If you're ahead and you go, wow, I'm hot, well, you might have been hot during that time, but it doesn't mean it's going to continue. If you're behind, you're going to try to recoup. You're going to lose more money over time because you're playing into negative expectation.
Well, let's also talk about, Mangoes, for instance. That's a place we like to go. They have a fun
Yeah.
promotion.
Yeah.
Josh is really cool.
Yeah, the bartender, Josh, you make friends.
So you're sitting there, I'm talking to Josh, I'm positive when the game's over.
Yeah.
But then Josh goes, hey, you want another beer? And I go, yeah.
Well,
And you just hit the button.
Andrew, you like to do it. I mean, this has been established. You like to do it as a fan of the game.
I'm an enthusiast, yeah.
You enjoy playing the games.
Yeah.
I enjoy making money.
Right.
They're two different things.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I could make money raking leaves, well, I guess I can. But I mean, if I, just about anything, if I want to go rake leaves somewhere.
Yeah.
But I mean, if I can make money doing something that I enjoy doing for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's not as much playing as having a beer or two on the side and talking with the bartenders and things. If I can make money doing a hobby, then I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to lose money doing a hobby. You like to play the games. You enjoy it. You have fun.
Yeah. And I play some of the dumbest games you could play.
That's called utility.
Yeah.
This is the utility for you is an entertainment utility. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right. I will like to go to Resorts World, and they have 20 card 5-cent Keno, and they comp Casamigos tequila. And I'll sit there and I'll drink a few Casamigos tequila, and I'll play the 5-cent Don Julio, and I'll say to myself, if I go down like 50, 60 bucks, I get up a few drinks and I call it even.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, if you enjoy that brand and you like to drink that alcohol, depending on how much you play, there's a break-even point where you're still getting the best of it if you would have paid for that anyway.
Yeah.
And that's what comps are all about. If you want to factor comps into the deal. I didn't even bring that up. I mean, I'm making X amount of money and that's not factoring in the free beers.
Right. Well, I mean, I think I told you this offline, but I probably hang out at Resorts World all the time, and I got my win-loss statement, and it was like I lost $1,000. But over the course of a year, and over the course of the time, and over the course of all the drinking and hanging out and having a good time at one of my favorite places, I go, that's kind of a win.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's like $100. It's less than $100 a month.
When you get into the utility entertainment aspect of it, then it is.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before. As far as other play, it's not the only thing I do. If I run into a really good video poker situation that's positive for one reason or another.
Now you're talking about a progressive.
I'm talking about a progressive. I'm talking about a bigger promotion. I'm talking about a new casino that opens, and you want to what they call set up a card, meaning that you give them a good play off the top, and all of a sudden you're getting back end money. They're sending you things. I will do that.
Right.
So
So a new casino opens. You give them a bit more play, and the casino kind of thinks like, wow, this is just how he plays.
Well, not just when a new casino opens, anytime it's your first play at a casino.
Okay.
So you go to a place, let's say the place has been there for 20 years, but you've never gone there, and now you get a player's card. You want to give them, if you've got the bankroll to do it, you want to give them your biggest play on your first time, and make sure they have your address and all that, and
Move a needle somehow.
see what you get on the back end, see what you get in the mail.
Okay.
All right. So that's what I do with video poker. And we're always publishing books that include video poker so forth. I was just talking about Ultimate X with Mr. Brain.
Yeah.
You know, it's fascinating to me. It's the theory of it and the strategy of it is more fascinating to me than the fun of actually playing it, except for the profit potential.
Okay.
That answer
Guys,
that?
this is really good information. This is really, really fun, forthcoming information from a pro.
Any disagreement, Mr. Brain? Any disagreement?
Sign language.
No, Mr. Brain says no. No disagreement.
Bill disagrees. He wants to know why the video poker pay table is such garbage at Resorts World.
Video poker. Well,
Read the question specifically.
He said, way up here, hold on. Bill Jones, why are the video poker pay tables so bad at Resorts World?
Why are the video poker pay tables so bad at Resorts
there's
World?
a lot of different video poker games. So what are you talking about? Because
overall, they're not very good.
Okay.
I mean, there's the best. I think the best game there is. They might have some 99.17. They might have some 8.5 bonus poker at the higher levels.
Yeah, I think they do have 8.5 bonus poker.
Yeah, but which isn't a bad game, but it's at higher levels, not at lower levels. Lower levels, it is kind of not good. Why? Because that's what they chose to do.
Yeah.
You know, different casinos have different theories about how to get the money, and some casinos say, well, we'll give them a not very good game because they'll play anyway. And other casinos, you know, more like a downtown casino or a locals casino will say, our theory is we don't have to get it all in one play or in a couple plays. We'll get it over time.
Okay.
We'll let them get more payouts. We'll have looser, you know, this is just their philosophy.
Right.
Resorts World decided on that philosophy. Same thing with Fontainebleau. Same thing with most of the strip casinos. That's their philosophy. They're already here, captive audience. We're going to get their money fast. Whereas the places that have to cater to a more discerning clientele, people who understand it because they played more, because they're locals, they realize they have to give them better pay tables, and that's their philosophy.
That's interesting.
So that's the answer.
Do you think Resorts World knows that they're giving out more premium alcohol than like an MGM or a Caesar's property?
That's a really good question. Somebody there knows. The bartenders know.
Because when I go to Resorts World, I can get Belvedere vodka, and I can't get Belvedere vodka at an MGM, or it's too premium.
I'm not sure that's a
not a
conscious decision from the top.
Yeah.
But somebody made that decision there.
I've also had Don Julio and Yeho.
And that's
very expensive.
That's a big makeup for the bad schedules, or for the less, you know, premium booze for less than premium schedules. You know, there's your trade-off.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
No, I'm going back and forth a little bit.
I could use another beer.
Well, Cliff says that you need to drink more, so.
Cliff Chirico? Is
Yeah.
that Cliff Chirico? Hey, Cliff. Happy holidays. Oh, Cliff, hey. Are the poker chips on the LVA table? What did he say? Are the poker chips on the LVA chips? And if so, do you sell them?
He wants to know if they're LV.
Oh, yeah,
the
no,
LVA
no.
branded, no.
They're just fun chips. They're just decorative.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't, we've been told, you know, people get on our case and go, the chip, you know, the chip tray's on the wrong way and all that kind of stuff. Well, we do it for a few reasons. If it was the right way, it wouldn't show as good on the camera, but it's not important because it's just for show. And no, they're not branded. We don't have branded LVA chips. We used to have branded LVA hats, and we used to have branded LVA cups and all that, and I don't know. We can just stop doing it.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Any places in Reno Sparks you'd recommend, Anthony?
How interesting is that? One of the questions that I brought in here in case we ran out of questions.
This is from I want to say Horatio because I'm dyslexic, but what is it?
Hortano.
Hortano
Keeley.
Keeley. Okay, Hortano Keeley.
Yeah. I brought in here, somebody wrote in the comments, just got back from Reno and had just as much fun as I would in Las Vegas for half the price.
Sorry,
Right.
I got thrown off because we got a big one. So, what were you saying?
I said, I brought one in, ready to go. We'll get to this in a minute. That's very nice. But he said, I just got back from Reno. I had just as much fun as I would in Las Vegas for half the price.
Oh, wow.
And
yeah, I love Reno.
We're hearing more and more about that.
Yeah,
Is
Reno's
that
hot.
Reno and Laughlin to some degree, and really all of the other non-Las Vegas places.
Laughlin's only 90 minutes drive from
Yeah.
Vegas.
And I mean, people will go to Laughlin instead of Vegas, or people will go to Reno. I love Reno. I think Reno is absolutely great.
We should do something in Reno.
We're looking
fun.
into doing some work with them.
Yeah.
My favorite, there's a great sushi place in Reno. I think it's called Tokyo. I think. I might be wrong about that.
I know
Someone will correct
I know
me.
the GSR has a good sushi. The Grand Sierra Resort. they
This
have a
one's
good sushi
this one's
restaurant.
outside the casino.
Oh, it's just in the town, okay.
Yeah. One of my favorite restaurants in all of Nevada is Louis Basque.
Okay, I don't know it.
You know, you have Basque restaurants in Reno. There's not a single Basque restaurant in Vegas.
Interesting.
Which is amazing. And you have Basque restaurants in Reno and surrounding areas like Gardnerville and other
Carson City.
Carson City area
Yeah.
and all of that. Louis Basque. Every time I go, I eat there, no matter what.
Interesting.
And
Okay,
it's
cool.
terrific. So I would go there. Reno, just in general, you can go to the El Dorado. We're talking about good pours. They'll serve you the really good Ferrari Carano wine for playing quarters. I mean, terrific pours of wine there. Reno is just great. I wish
Yeah.
I had more time to go up there. I really do.
Yeah, me too. And I mean, I think Reno's an 8-hour drive from Vegas.
About
but-
6.5 to 7.
Yeah, 6.5, 7 hours.
But it's a 1-hour plane
flight.
flight.
Yeah, it's an easy flight to Reno and back. Especially if you're a player here in Vegas, they might,
Maybe.
get some good, who knows.
All right, so go ahead.
All right, so let's talk about this. JC Reed, thank you. This is for the bartender. I got my
Thanks.
new.
For me.
That's you.
All right. Oh, nice. Okay, so this is for Tanya. This is for the bartender. I got my new books ordered and really enjoy the Platinum membership. Will be in town and would love to stop by on the 23rd and meet the 2 stars, A and A, with a 12-pack in tow for you all. All right, well, what's 12 divided by 3? That's 4 beers each.
You are
Cheers.
You are on it, Andrew.
Yeah.
Absolutely on it.
Let's do it. 4 beers each. We'll put them in the...
Tanya will serve you and hang out as well during the whole thing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's cool. JC. Adam, hi everyone. I wish LVA would post a community post in advance of the beer lives. I have no idea when they are happening. Well, damn it. Did we do anything? I promoted it on my Instagram.
Yeah, we put up a late mention in today's in Vegas news.
Yeah, it went out in the email this morning, and then it also went out. We talked about it last week.
Goes
on
out
the
in there
show.
weekly. Goes out in
And
there
if you
weekly.
subscribe, it alerts you on your phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You got to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It'll alert you on your phone.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll alert you on your phone. That's the way to do it. What's the latest Advantage book being shipped? I always say, get Michael Shackelford's book, Gambling 100. You know what I'm going to say. There's a whole chapter on Advantage Play, and then there's a whole chapter on Ultimate X that, you should just commit to memory.
But I think the question is, when are the new ones going to be shipped?
Okay.
And those
I know what it is.
yeah, those are still not at the printer. There's just all kinds of things you have to do to button up the loopholes and all. And these are all early, late January or early February titles. They're all. One of them's going the Advantage Players by Kaplan is going to the press any day, literally any day. And
This is right around the corner.
yeah, and then the other one is the Breaking the Slot Code, and that will go like the first week or so of January and be back in early February.
I got to tell you.
These are done, so these will actually happen because they're done, but it's just all the finishing work that we have to do.
I got to tell you, somebody reached out to me online and like, hey, Andrew, do you have a list of the games that Anthony's going to publish in the Advantage Play?
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, I have it right here.
Here it is, and while I'm at it, let me tell you the strategies as well.
Yeah.
Because you're my buddy.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Right.
Sure, no problem, man.
That's so funny. Okay. So I didn't get alert. I just saw you on my subscription list. That's a bummer. All right. We'll have to, I don't know. We'll have to work on it.
It's supposed to do that, right? That's what the
you got to hit the
YouTube
bell
thing-
button. Right, Cliff. Okay, so thanks, Cliff. Cliff Shariko's jumping in saying hit the notification bell. So sometimes if you subscribe, it's different from hitting the bell button.
Okay. Since we're talking about books, let me get to this one too.
Okay.
That somebody else asked. They said, would love to buy some of the newer books, but only want the Kindle or digital versions. You don't seem to offer this. Huh?
Yes, we do for every book.
I can't think of a book that we have done recently that we did not make a Kindle book.
Okay.
Literally, There are a few here and there, but every single book we do, we put out in Kindle. I mean, I would say 90% to 95% of them we put out in Kindle.
Do they say what book they're talking about?
No, he didn't say. He just said, I would love to buy it. It doesn't look like you do Kindle books. All of our books, every one we've been talking about, will be available as a Kindle book. The only one that won't will be the big grossing book coming out. That will not be a Kindle book. That will be only a limited release. And, you know, we haven't talked much about that because it's not quite ready. And then the other question, similarly, said, are any of the books on audio? Much fewer on audio, but we do have probably 10 to 15 books on audio. Most of them are the story books. All right, things like, not so much the how-to books, but things like the Blackjack Life or the Blackjack Insiders. I believe those, or books like those are on audio. Audio just doesn't sell much. We've tried it, and they just don't sell much, so we don't do a lot of audio. But at Kindle, basically everything we do is on Kindle.
All right.
Thanks again to Ellis Island for the eggnog.
Oh, by the way, someone said they heard Ellis is closed for renovations. Is that true?
No. Ellis is closed for renovation? No, not at all. Ellis is doing a renovation, and they're in essentially full operation during the renovation, and you can see it on the floor. You can see how different the casino is, how it's being upgraded, what it looks like. But maybe an area will be shut down while they're working on it. But no, Ellis Island is completely open and happening.
Yeah, and as we always talk about, I just like to say that Ellis Island, like if you're staying on the Strip, if you're coming to visit Vegas and you're on that main corner of like Bellagio, Caesar's Palace, Cromwell, Horseshoe, walk 5 minutes to Ellis Island and go play, the blackjack that pays you 3 to 2, the $5
tables,
minimum table.
Yeah.
By the way, you go on the Strip and you get stuck after 11, after 1 a.m., 2 a.m. You get stuck, and your food options become a lot less. You can always go to Ellis Island and you get that top sirloin steak dinner. It's 24 hours.
Yeah.
So it's a great 2 a.m. meal. It's a great 3 a.m. meal.
It's great, great anytime meal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's terrific. We had some people writing in going, it's not as good as it used to be.
What?
I go, since when?
Yeah.
And I go and try it, and then all of a sudden, 5 times more come in going, it's just as good as always, So, I mean, yeah, it's great.
Well, I will say that I've had it so many times that, sometimes I'll go in and I'll get one that's really good. I'm like, oh, this is great. And then sometimes you'll go in and you'll get one that's a little bit more fatty, or it's you have it a lot. You have a little,
It's the same thing they say, when they go, I went to this restaurant and got really bad service. Well, you got one service person who gave you bad service. You go back 5 out of 6 or 7 out of 8 or whatever, and you're going to have great service. You can't judge it on just one. If there's one bad employee or one bad steak that came out, or one, not up to par. For the most part, we in our top 10 in the Las Vegas Advisor, for years and years and decades, it's been the #1 value. You just can't beat that steak dinner.
Right.
$9.99 if you
gamble.
Yeah, if you play $5 through a slot machine, it's $9.99.
Yeah. So all you got to do is you get a player's card, you gamble the $5, and you have
to download something from the kiosk.
You get the coupon.
Yeah. But
it's one extra step. Otherwise, if you do nothing, it's a $14.99 top sirloin steak dinner that comes with a soup or salad, that comes with grilled veggies.
Yeah, and it's not just a salad. It's like this big, awesome salad, and a baked potato, and it's tremendous.
And I don't want the people at home to think I'm just loving on, gushing over Ellis Island. Hey, if you're listening, Ellis Island, send us some beer. Send us some of that delicious Ellis Island beer, damn it.
Yeah, we don't want to keep drinking this Budweiser for nothing. Oh, shoot, I told him we're drinking Budweiser again. Damn it.
Hey, there we go. Very good. I enjoy the Fremont Street Tony Roma's steak deal. Yeah, but it's only during certain hours.
It's a really good deal. It's a steak and lobster. During certain hours on certain days. I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah.
They have a similar deal for the prime rib.
Yeah.
It's very thin. Mm-hmm. It's still a great deal because it's like $9.99 or $10.99 or something. I think it's $10.99. The lines are ferocious for that.
Yeah.
People line up for a value and a bargain, and it is good, but when you put it all into a pot, it's not really one that I would go to, you know, because again, you have to wait and wait and wait and wait, and it's just like pretty good. It's not like awesome good. It's like pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I like it. If I could walk right in, I'd be doing it all the time. But to wait in the lines, I wouldn't do it.
I know. I totally agree. Let's see. Oh, I see my friend Dave is on here. Gambling Wizards, Gambling 101, Gambling 102, Then One Day, Whale Hunt in the Desert, all on Kindle.
Yeah.
Way to go.
and many, many others.
Yes.
Happy holidays. Was awesome meeting Anthony at the office this past Wednesday, picking up the daily gambling calendar. My wife was impressed with you faking a picture. Oh, taking. That's just faking. It wasn't me. Taking a picture with us. Traffic seems worse. Yes, traffic is worse. It gets worse all the time. It's
Traffic's
like,
bad right now.
You know what?
Yeah.
People come in, when they come in, they ask for me, and I'm like in the middle of something, and I'm like, but I come down every time, don't I?
You do.
Every time, unless it's like the absolute last second. And why do I do that? Because if it wasn't for you guys who are coming in and asking to take a picture and buying our product, we would not have a product. We would not have a company. I would be raking leaves, like I said earlier, to make money. So, you know,
That sounds like a way to tell somebody to go buzz off. You know, go rake leaves. You know, go pound sand.
Or else I'd be dealing and raking poker pots. That's what I'd be doing, raking poker pots, I guess. But no, it's always great when people come in, and I love to hear their stories. Like to hear where they're from, like to hear how long they've been, you know, coming to Vegas. Certain things. That's how we get leads on things we find. They go, hey, what about this restaurant? We tried it. It was terrific. You know, or you said this, but it's really that. You know, that's how we get our information.
Okay.
That's good.
This one's interesting. Adam exploits. What are you talking about? He says, I got an Asian buffet for lunch today for under $15 with tip. Great.
Yeah.
Where?
I'm guessing.
Where's the Asian buffet?
I'm guessing like Buffet Asia or Makino or something like that.
I want to know. This sounds like fun.
Well, we have lists of these in what we call spot buffets.
Okay.
On the website, we have lists of buffets. There's 13 regular buffets in Vegas, probably 14 with this new one. It sounds like it's the real deal at Resorts World that we've been talking about. But we have what's called spot buffets, which are non-casino buffets and buffets that are like sometimes like Anthony's at M Resort, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's probably like Buffet Asia or something like that.
Okay. Well, let us know, Adam, because you know, I want to know. I want to go there. I want a $15 buffet with tip. That sounds great. I mean,
It does sound good.
yeah. Let's see. When people come in, tell them Anthony's out back raking leaves and Andrew's holding the bag. Thanks, Cliff. That's hilarious, actually.
Read the Timothy parking one.
When you're playing blackjack and someone at the table is playing real stupid, like splitting tens. What? I do that all the time if the dealer's showing a 6. Just kidding. Okay. Well, I would do that on video blackjack. Should you move to another table or just not worry about it and just play your game? That's a great question. What do you think?
The latter.
The latter?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, who cares?
It doesn't matter.
Okay, really?
And people have not understood this for ad infinitum. You know, I mean, just forever. People have not understood that a bad player on your table does not affect you negatively in the long run.
Right.
It could affect you negatively in a certain hand or several hands. Those are the things you will remember. Your selective memory will remember that.
Right.
You forget about the
and
times.
And you get pissed.
Right. And you forget about the times they make a bonehead play that saves you.
Okay.
All right. There's actually been mathematical studies on this saying that it absolutely does not matter how other people play their hands because it all evens out, good and bad.
Interesting.
So it was like when I was playing, people would yell at me because I would make a play, like maybe I would split tens. Maybe there's a very high count.
Yeah.
And I would split tens against a 5 or a 6.
Well, there's an
or
argument to be made to do it, isn't there?
But they would. But if it didn't work out,
Yeah.
they'd start screaming at me, and I would have to go. I'm sorry. I'm just beginning. I thought you're supposed to split tens. And they're like, you never split tens, you numbskull.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. You just have to go, okay.
Okay.
You know,
yeah.
whatever. But the reality is it doesn't matter. Don't even worry about it. And, you know, typically you want to be playing, unless you're an expert, you're going to be playing at a disadvantage. You want to be playing at full tables so you're getting just as much fun but fewer hands per hour, losing less money as you go. And it's very social.
Because you've said this before, and I think people kind of gloss over this.
Yeah, well, in gambling, look, for most people, unless you're a pro with an edge, speed kills.
Yeah.
All right, the faster, that's why the casinos love slots and
Yeah.
machines, because machines are faster than people.
Yeah.
Right? So when you're playing in a negative expectation game, like almost everyone is, speed kills. You're going to lose more the faster you play.
Yeah.
So you want to play table games instead of machines for the most part. You want to play full tables instead of tables with, by yourself or with just one or two people. So that's how it goes. But do not worry about that bad player.
Yeah.
He does not hurt you. And in fact, he loses money, so as you get better as a player, you can make that money for yourself that he loses to the casino and they keep dealing the game. So
I always think that's a great piece of advice.
I love seeing bad players. Love it. Love it. I go up and I high five them in the back.
That's so funny. Okay, wait, now I'm seeing Mr. Brain. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, Jenny Q, Eureka has $6 breakfast. That's true. They have Eureka Casino has a $6.50 steak and eggs breakfast, but it's only Thursday through Sunday.
$2 extra for toast, I believe.
Yes, $2 extra for toast. You know what they say when I want toast? I go, not for $2, no. I could buy a loaf of bread for $2.
I got to have toast. I mean, I'm
Do you? You take the toast?
I'm down with the toast for $2. I already got a great deal on that. Interestingly, I said we're working on the coupon package.
Yeah.
And Eureka came back and said, we want to change this to 25% off as opposed to a 2-for-1 entree. And I wrote back to him and I said, it's up to you what you want to do, but I go, it's a step back and people aren't going to like it. And you got a great deal in a great restaurant, Fat Choi. Right?
Fat Choi,
Yeah, Fat Choi is terrific. And I said, give people a chance to discover your restaurant with a good 2-for-1 entree. And he wrote back and he said, you got it. So it's not going to change.
It's a good restaurant. I eat there all the time. And I'm a creature of habit. I'm the type of guy, I'll order the same thing every time I go, but not at Fat Choi. They have a lot of good things to try. They got a great short rib sandwich. They got this $6.50 steak and eggs
One of the great hamburgers in Vegas.
It's a great hamburger.
Amazing
it is a
hamburger,
really
man.
good hamburger fries. For $9, if you don't get the cheeseburger, it's just like a regular burger and fries.
It's like excellent, a mix of short rib and regular beef, I think, short rib and prime beef. They drop an egg on top. Jesus, it's terrific.
Is cheese $2?
Cheese too? No, the buns are $2 extra. Otherwise, you got to eat without a bun. No, not true.
Jim wants to know if we take commercials breaks because he's afraid to go to the bathroom because we're giving out good information.
All right.
We learned right from the first time we did the Beer Friday.
Yeah.
Is that if you don't go to the bathroom beforehand, it's a real problem near the end of the show. So we go to the bathroom beforehand. And we're ready to go at the end, but we don't take a break.
Jim, we can do a commercial just for you. Okay, Jim, go to the bathroom now.
We won't say anything smart.
Right. I want everybody else to go to the comments section, or to the, what is it? We'll drop a link for the LVA membership.
Yeah.
And you can go buy the LVA membership for next year right now. Go to the bathroom.
All right,
Hurry back.
All right, how about this? Again, a little bit of going forward, right? As I said, as we do our negotiating for the member rewards book. All right, so I'm in Crown and Anchor yesterday, and Art is the manager there.
Yeah, Art runs the show.
And I went to, I was going to ask Art, do you guys want to pick up your Instacomp? All right, so what they had this year was $200, play 200 through, 200 coin in, and get anything on the menu for free.
Okay.
Total Instacomp, total great, total great deal.
Their shepherd's pie is damn delicious.
Yeah, you can get a shepherd's pie, you can get the great chicken fingers, you can get their awesome fish and chips.
Yeah.
You can get all that stuff.
Shepherd's pie is about $17.
He goes, not only are we going to do it again, he goes, I'm going to double down. And he goes, here's what we're going to do. He goes, for 200 you get free food.
Really?
You get the free, same thing, same deal. He goes, you want to play 300? He goes, we'll throw 25 in free play on top of it.
No way.
It's unbelievable.
I'll be there every day.
And I said, no, Art, that's too much. I won't take it. No. He said, yeah, man, let's go. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you can't go there every day. It's just one coupon. You can only use it once.
It's only one coupon?
They're not going to give it to you every day. That's why it's so good.
That's a great coupon.
But you know what? We're hearing, they tell us all the time when I go in there. That's kind of our hang a little bit.
Can that be like a weekly coupon? Art, if you're watching, do it once a week. That's a great one.
Yeah, they're going to give away something that's strong once a week. I don't think so.
Come on, Art, you can do it.
It's about introducing people to the place.
Yeah.
And the girls behind the bar tell me all the time, they go, we had another LVA'er in here. They were really nice, and blah, blah, blah. So
that's really good. Well, even sometimes when people, they're looking for a place to watch soccer, they're looking for a place for, fish and chips. There's a lot of reasons to go to Crown and Anchor. We reported on it a while ago, not that long ago, when their big one shut down, but the small one's right around the corner in Chinatown. And,
not to mention Priscilla.
Oh.
And Amanda.
And Amanda, yeah.
Right?
And
Christy. And I mean, it's...
And Art.
And Art. Art's not quite as good looking as the ones we just mentioned.
Sorry, Art.
I keep telling him, Art, you got to quit wearing that skirt, man.
I do think he's better looking in the skirt, though, right, Art?
That's you, Andrew.
Yeah, I don't know. How long ago was the $5 blackjack table? How long before $25 is going to be the norm? I'm hearing that that the table minimums have increased across the board all throughout Vegas.
Well, yeah, I mean, big time. In most places, especially on the Strip, you're not going to find less than $15 minimums. You'll find some 10s. Now, we've talked about places like Ellis Island with $5, Downtown Grand, $5. Guess who's putting it in?
Who?
Palms.
Oh, wow.
Palms. Now, they're not going to have a lot of tables. They're going to have one or two.
Okay.
They're going to have $5
Is this breaking news? They haven't announced
is.
this.
They haven't announced it yet.
All right, so just keep
I
it
told
to yourselves
you,
for now.
when we discussed the Yachtly Crew thing and all, they're like, well, okay, we'll let you know. I go, can I say it? They go, you can say it.
Okay.
They're gonna start experimenting with $5 tables. I love the Palms. The Palms is just doing good stuff.
Yeah.
And we're actually talking to them about maybe some sort of sponsorship and maybe shooting there.
Okay.
I want to do, all right, to all of you listening right now, I want to do sponsorship with the Palms. I want to shoot there from time to time or be sponsored by them in one way. And we already said it, Ellis Island beer, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Karen
Ellis
Dorsey,
Island beer.
are you listening, Karen Dorsey?
And Ellis Island karaoke. I always like to give Ellis Island props for being the only bar in town that actually does karaoke. All the time.
What do you mean the only bar?
The only
Casino bar. Okay.
Casino bar, yeah.
Right.
Sorry, very different. You're right, because there's Dino's that, By the way, if you're looking for a great rock and roll bar karaoke experience, go to Dino's. It's wild.
Yeah, Dino's is fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, who was it? Chris Martin was in there.
Yeah, from Coldplay.
A month ago. Chris Martin showed up and sang karaoke.
Can you imagine being at a karaoke bar and seeing Chris Martin from Coldplay singing?
I dig Coldplay. I like them. I mean, most people go, you like them? I'm like, yeah, I do like them. They had some good, I would have gone down. I had to run down there.
How many days do you guys gable? I don't know, but we gamble how many days?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. There, I just gabled.
I was thinking gable grip, like in wrestling. You got a gable grip.
You're thinking Dan Gable.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Clark Gable. You ever hear of him?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
How many people you think would get that reference? Did you get it, Mr. Brain? What's it from? What movie?
Use your behind the camera voice.
Gone with the Wind. That's
Gone
right.
with the Wind.
The famous one, of the most famous.
I've read the book too.
I've read the book too.
Mr. Brain knew it without even reading it. Amazing. He got it through sound waves. He got it.
Can Chris Martin sing 6 Ways to Make a 7? That's one of my songs. Damn it, hell yeah. You're probably way better than me. You sing it a lot better than me, Cliff. But thank you. That's right, Andrew Hunt on Spotify. You can listen to my music. I have a song about craps called 6 Ways to Make a 7 that Cliff Shericko is referencing.
I like the end of. I like the outro song, man.
I like it too.
I like that.
That's my hit. That's my single going to Las Vegas. Thank you guys for people have downloaded
the
it.
Stickman will recognize you.
That's right. Sometimes. I gotta tell you, when I got a divorce and I wrote the song, it was the greatest feeling in the world to come to Vegas and just play craps. And
really?
Yeah. Also for some of the reasons you were talking about earlier, at the blackjack table, when you're at the craps table, you talk about camaraderie. You can meet, 10 people at the craps table, and if you're just betting the 6 and the 8, and you're sitting there and you're drinking for free and you're talking to people and everybody's getting paid out, I mean, it takes time, and there's some good value to just sitting at the craps table.
We're going to have Dennis Conrad on at some point, and
we have to have Dennis on,
and we're going to talk craps lingo. We're going to talk craps stories. We're going to
Yeah.
talk craps nomenclature. I mean, it's quite an insider community. It really is.
Well, now, speaking of Dennis Conrad, one of the smartest guys, that I've gotten to talk to through you, and we all hung out not that long ago. We went to a nice dinner at Nora's. And I think we took a picture. I wanted to post it on one of the podcast episodes.
Yeah, we will at one of these when we have Dennis on.
Yeah.
Whatever, but we'll have Dennis on next time. Dennis lives in Reno.
Yeah, that's right. Dennis lives in Reno.
So he's always talking to me about coming up to Reno and hanging out and all that. Just we're kind of busy trying to get books out here.
Someone was asking earlier in the comments about the El Cortez, and I didn't talk about it. And then now I can see Kissy Cat. Hi, Kissy. I like the name. I don't know. We love the El Cortez, and the GM Adam is so nice. Okay, so
Adam Weisberg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the El Cortez for a long time has been known as one of the better deals downtown to go down and just play.
Adam's another one. We went back to them on the for the Memory Awards this year and said, we really like the deals at El Cortez. There's a deal at Siegel's. There's for food. They've got coin. They got the perfect thing. They got coin. They got food. And they've got a thing for their massage parlor.
Oh, really?
It's our only coupon in the book for a massage parlor up there.
No way.
So it's on the level because it's in the El Cortez. It's run by a separate group. But I said
how
to Adam,
long that I've had the member rewards book, and I don't know that there's a massage parlor coupon in the book.
Yeah, it's upstairs at El Cortez.
All right. Well, I got to go use it.
I think her name's Lisi, the one who runs it.
Okay.
And I wrote to Adam, I said, we want to keep working with you. Like within 5 minutes, he wrote back, he goes, yep, we're on. So Adam, tip of the hat to you as well.
Yeah. I got to go get a massage at the El Cortez.
I hope I didn't mispronounce his name.
Okay.
I think it's Weisberg.
Damn.
Yeah, about 5 minutes if you have anything you want to.
We only got 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Really?
This went by really quick.
Yeah.
Brain, do you have anything you want to say?
Nope.
Andrew, who wrote the lyrics to the closing song? Me, goddamn. Me, goddammit. I was going through divorce. I moved to Vegas was my my awakening. It's a song about just like finding yourself in Las Vegas and how Vegas opened itself up to being the greatest city in the world, and I love being here, and that's what the song's about.
Well, speaking of craps, Bart S. right behind it. But the don't betters are the most hated at the crap table.
You know what? Okay, that's true, but it's so rare. You ever go to a craps table and have don't betters?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm usually it.
It's you. It's you.
It typically is.
All right.
And they don't like it because they all, everyone's betting the do. Mm-hmm. And so they feel that the don't better. This is akin to that thing about the bad player at the table.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, should you leave if there's a don't better at the table? The don't better, the dice have no memory. The dice have no knowledge of who's betting whatever.
Right.
That don't better doesn't hurt you one single bit.
Right.
But he's not on board. He's not on the train.
Well, but what if you're a guy where it's like, for the first few rolls, you're betting the come line, and then after 6 or 7 rolls go by, then you start laying or you start betting the don't.
It doesn't matter. Like I said, the dice have no memory. It's what's called a game of independent trials. Mm-hmm. All right, Blackjack is dependent trials because what's come out before influences what's left in the deck to come out. So it's dependent. It's on what's happened before.
Okay.
Dice are independent. It doesn't matter. They like to say the dice have no memory.
Okay.
And what they do or what you change, it doesn't matter to those cubes. It's going to happen no matter what the way it's going to happen.
You got 36 possible outcomes, and that's it.
There you go. But I mean, I'll tell you where the don't comes in really, really good is in crap tournaments.
Yeah.
Because in tournaments, whatever tournament you're playing, you often want opposition to money.
You have a great story about this.
I do?
Yeah, you do. About how you won. About how you won the craps tournament.
Yeah, we'll do that for another time because we're running out. But I did.
Okay, all right. Cliffhanger, because this is a good one.
Yeah, I was on the don't in Atlantic City. That was my biggest win ever in a single night. It was like $125,000 to win that
what?
Tournament. Yeah, and that was a don't bet. That was a lay bet behind.
Was the table upset?
They were all upset because I won the money. They didn't. Yeah, we'll tell that story maybe next time.
Okay. All right, cliffhanger for Cliff. Let's see.
If Any chance of getting Vegas Polly on the show?
Vegas policy.
Hello.
Hello.
I think so. Yes. All right, let's go back to that.
Let's get them on.
I'm talking about what we want to do. We want to make a big long list of really good guests that would be a really good mix.
Yeah.
I mean, all the way from service workers. I want to have one with tipping, with bartenders and servers.
Yeah.
I want to have one with from like art at Crown and Anchor, where
Well,
they
let's talk about
talk
this.
about the mentality of bringing people in and getting them to see your joint and that kind of thing. And then of course I want to have people like Mr. Brain, and I want to have people like Dennis Conrad, and I want to have people like Olaf Ventura, who wrote Knockout Blackjack.
Okay.
Harvard Smithsonian astrophysicist, literally. Harvard Smithsonian astrophysicist, 90 slot patents.
Wow.
You want to know how slot
90
machine?
slot patents?
Yeah. You want and slot new games developer.
Yeah.
And we want to have these kind of people on. So we're going to look to mix it up. We're going to look to change it a little bit. Maybe not as many, maybe not weekly, but more quality. I mean, that's what we're going to go for.
We're going to go for bigger, subject matters that more people are interested in, bigger and better hits. Let's see.
What's that from Chicago? Is that Chris and Rick from Chicago? Anthony and Andrew, thanks. Again, a lot of fun. Merry Christmas to you both. Okay, yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody. I mean, right?
Thanks, Chris and Rick from Chicago. Yeah, we see you guys all the time. It's great to see you guys. Thanks for coming on.
JC Reed, Merry Christmas. Everybody, Merry Christmas. I don't care. You know what? I don't care what's proper. I don't care what's PC or anything else. I grew up Pollock in Detroit. It was Merry Christmas, man. It wasn't nothing else. So,
well, I
Merry
will
Christmas
tell
to
you,
everybody. Happy holidays.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and
We good? We gonna shut it down?
I could use another beer. Is it Beer Friday or what?
You can have another one.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes left. Who drank more, Anthony or me? Brain, do you have anything to say on this podcast? I was so excited that you're here. You're so smart. Do you have anything to tell the people? If you could give advice to gamblers, is there anything you could say in your voice?
Play Ultimate X Gold. It's the best game in the last 15 years.
Hey, there you go. That's a great piece of advice. And you know where you can find Ultimate X Gold?
The Palms.
The Palms at Resorts World.
Ultimate X Gold, Mr. Brain says, best game in the last 15 years.
Why do you like it?
We're going to find out one of these days. He's going to write something for us.
Well, I'll tell you why I like Ultimate X Gold, because you can play it and you can accumulate multipliers. And I mean, that's the most fun thing about it, is that, you accumulate multipliers, and if you hit, you can hit big. One of my biggest hits was on Ultimate X Gold.
No, the most fun thing about it is caching multipliers. Not collecting, caching multipliers.
Tell me what you mean by that.
Caching multipliers. All right, anything else?
Sometimes it takes a while, but you can't win if you don't play, playa.
Cliff says that Anthony always wins on the drinking. So.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
Anthony might have won tonight if you take the eggnog into consideration.
I think you kind of have to.
But I've been thirsty. I've been drinking, and I noticed that that one beer was a little bit warmer than the other.
Well, I'm going to come clean. I mean,
Yeah.
the last few times I've watched this, when I was like really pounding, I was like, what a dumbass. When I watched myself as it went on and on, I'm like, I thought it was so clever, and I'm like, what a dumbass. So I kind of like went a little easier today, thinking we'll see what this one looks like. I'll probably still say what a dumbass, right?
I never think what a dumbass. I will say that. I more think that about me. So I'm glad that you think that. That's a little bit of like a solace that I can find that you say that about, because I just think I'm dumb.
Well, I think no matter what, I think that we have
when
to.
you watch yourself back, you go.
I think no matter what, we have to keep the Beer Fridays.
Yeah.
I just think Beer Fridays.
These are fun.
It's fun for us, and putting these shows together isn't that easy, really. And this is easy. Doing this is fun. Just
Well, there's no
off the cuff.
editing. There's a little bit of stress not to say something that you regret later.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, these are really easy. They're fun. There's no editing involved. I spend quite a great deal of time editing the weeklies.
Okay, last question. One more. Find one.
All right.
Tanya, what do you got? You find anything there?
They said Raiders or Jaguars.
Raiders.
Oh
come
my
on.
God, two shitty teams.
Well, we're from Vegas, so support your local team.
Get a better good bullshit.
That's my opinion. I'm not speaking for Anthony.
Bet the best bet.
Adam at El Cortez makes cameo appearances on Vegas Matt.
Yeah, because they shoot there and they do some stuff there. Yeah, it's good. You know, the casinos are very much embracing the influencer thing. So.
Okay, so Liz Bennett, who I'm not aware of. Are you aware of Liz Bennett? It says she's been cocktailing for over 50 years. So if we want to maybe talk about tips, we've always talked about doing an episode on like what's the right tipping, like etiquette here in Vegas, because a lot of people just go, oh well, it's $1 a drink. Some people, like for me, like a lot of times I'll give more than that, a lot more than that. Sometimes I'll give like $5 because I'm from LA. I'm used to beers costing $8, so I'm still like, sometimes if I give like a $5 to a bartender, I go, well, it's still less than I'd pay in Los Angeles.
Everybody thinks different. Everyone's got their own way of doing it, and there's, again, that comes. There is no. Everyone says, what's the right thing to do? Something is the right thing to do. You know what I mean? It's
do
like everybody's got to. Everyone's
give
got
a tip. It's a tipping culture here.
And everyone's got a different set of circumstances, and you give what you think is proper. That's why it's tipping. I mean, to ensure prompt service, tips, right? Mm-hmm. To ensure prompt service. Maybe you didn't like your service. Maybe you don't. Maybe you lost your money playing. Whatever. You never know.
Well, maybe you lost $1,000 yesterday and you win $300.
Yeah. I don't think people should bitch about tips.
Yeah.
I mean, you can be disappointed or something, but I don't think you should take anyone to task for not tipping what you expected them to tip, because everyone's parameters are different, I think.
Well, we'll get into it on a future episode. Last questions, comments, quips, concerns, inquiries.
I would just say, this Yachtly Crew thing is going to be, I think it's going to be kind of cool. Everyone says these guys are great. I'll say again, it's going to be December 28th and 29th. There's going to be 2 shows. It's a $25 paid ticket, but our Diamond and Platinum members, and a Diamond member that's the $3 thing that we keep bringing up. You don't have to buy in for $50 to get the coupon book and everything else. For $3, you're a member for a month. And that would qualify you to get 2 tickets, $50 worth of tickets. Mm-hmm. And we'll be putting stuff up Monday when we get back to the office and we know all the details.
All right.
Okay.
Last thing, I'm going to go play at the Palms. I'm going to go play that Ultimate X Gold. I'm going to hope to find some games that maybe have some multipliers on the left side. And anything to add, Anthony? Anything,
That's it. That's all. Another. This is our 17th beer Friday.
Holy crap. That means cool. I've had beer 17 times in the last
4 years.
17 times live.
That's right.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks, guys. See you when you least expect it.